Stoicism, an ancient philosophy for modern challenges. We've all likely heard of Stoicism at some point. It's been mentioned in numerous articles, videos, and discussions across various media platforms. But what exactly is Stoicism? More than just an abstract set of philosophical musings. Stoicism is a school of thought that emphasizes practical application in daily life. It holds that people can cultivate their character, refine their behavior, and ultimately live a better, more fulfilling life by practicing certain virtues. What sets Stoicism apart from many other philosophies? As its directness and simplicity. There's no flowery language or overly complicated metaphysics to wade through. Instead, it offers straightforward, actionable advice on how to navigate life's challenges. The Stoics believed that the highest aim of human existence was to gradually purify one's character and achieve a state of virtuous living. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, stressed that moral progress was not reserved for the elite. It wasn't a matter of luck or birthright, but something achievable through rigorous practice and daily discipline. He cautioned his students not to become overly absorbed in theoretical knowledge, but to apply Stoic principles to real-life situations. This practical approach to philosophy is precisely why Stoicism has survived for thousands of years and is still practiced by millions today. In an era of pandemics, technological advancements, and increasing workplace pressures, one might ask, is Stoicism still relevant? Moreover, can these ancient teachings be integrated into our daily work lives, where career demands often dominate our waking hours? The answer, as we shall see, is a resounding yes. Before delving into the specifics of applying Stoicism at work, let's revisit a key teaching from Epictetus' handbook. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control and some are not. Only after you fully grasp this principle and learn to distinguish between what you can and cannot control will you achieve inner peace and more effective action in life. This foundational Stoic idea, the ability to differentiate between what lies within and outside our control, is the philosophy's most powerful tool. To begin, take a moment to list out everything that's been weighing on your mind lately. Divide this list into two columns. One for things you can control and one for things you cannot. Once you've separated the controllable from the uncontrollable, you'll find your energy freed up to focus on what you can influence. This clarity is key both in life and at work. Applying Stoicism in the modern workplace. Let's start with the daily grind. Work occupies an enormous amount of time in most people's lives, often causing stress, anxiety, and burnout. Here's how Stoicism can help you navigate these challenges more effectively. 1. Focus on what you can control. It's too common to fixate on events and outcomes that are largely outside our control. Imagine you have an important presentation coming up for a potential client, and you're terrified of how you'll perform. What if they don't like your proposal? What if you stumble over your words? This is where the Stoics would advise a shift in focus. Instead of worrying about the outcome, concentrate on what you can control. Prepare your presentation thoroughly. Rehearse in front of a mirror. Review any supplementary materials. Make sure your outfit is clean and professional. Deliver your presentation to the best of your ability. If everything goes well, that's fantastic. But if it doesn't, you can rest easy, knowing that you did everything within your power. The client might have had other priorities, or perhaps your company wasn't the right fit. Either way, you've done your part. The Stoic mindset allows you to detach from the results and avoid unnecessary stress over things you cannot control. The more you practice this, the more confidence you'll build, knowing that your efforts are always within your reach, even if the outcome isn't. To mastering focus in a distracted world, focus. Focus, focus. It's essential to repeat it 3 times because maintaining concentration is becoming increasingly rare in today's world. You must manage your time, energy, and attention wisely to work effectively. And yet distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, constant meetings, and an overabundance of emails. A key Stoic teaching is the importance of focus and presence. Seneca said, if a sailor doesn't know which port he's sailing towards, no wind will be favorable. In other words, without clear goals and focus, we become vulnerable to distractions and lose our sense of direction. In the modern workplace, this means prioritizing tasks and setting boundaries. To regain control over your attention, you need to practice managing distractions. Close your email tab, silence your phone, and block off time to work on important projects without interruptions. This might seem simple, but maintaining focus is a rare and valuable skill in our hyper-connected world. Master it and you'll see your productivity soar. 3. Handling burnout and overload with Stoicism. In today's fast-paced work environment, you're often expected to perform at an ever-increasing pace. There's constant pressure to work faster, smarter, and more efficiently, all while optimizing your time and energy. It's no wonder so many professionals feel overwhelmed and burnt out. The Stoics understood the importance of balancing work and rest. As Seneca observed, many people treat their lives as disposable. They're always busy and rushing, yet they waste so much time on trivial matters. It's not that we have too little time, but that we waste much of it. He wrote, "The modern equivalent is spending hours in unproductive meetings, getting lost in email threads, or mindlessly scrolling through social media." To avoid burnout, take control of your time. Start by auditing your daily routine. Where's your time going? How much of it is spent on tasks that truly matter versus distractions and interruptions? Once you've identified the time wasters, it's time to prioritize. What's the most important thing you need to accomplish? Today, focus on that first. This leads us to another key Stoic strategy for managing overwhelm. Eat the frog for. Tackle the hardest task first. Eat the frog. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The obstacle is the way." He meant that the things standing in our way are often the catalysts for action. In modern terms, this means tackling your hardest or most unpleasant tasks first thing in the morning. What some call eating the frog. We all have tasks we dread. Maybe it's a difficult conversation with a colleague or a particularly complex project you've been putting off. The more you delay, the more this task weighs on your mind, sapping your energy and focus. By tackling it first, you free yourself from this mental burden and create a sense of accomplishment that propels you through the rest of the day. Start your day by eating the frog. That is by addressing the toughest, most important task on your to-do list. You'll feel lighter and more productive for the rest of the day. 5. One task at a time. Another crucial Stoic principle is approaching each task as if it were your last. This doesn't mean rushing through things, but bringing clarity and intention to everything you do. Marcus Aurelius believed that performing each task with full attention and focus was a way of cultivating virtue and personal discipline. In the workplace, this means avoiding multitasking. Instead of juggling multiple tasks, focus on one thing at a time and do it well. The clarity that comes from doing one thing with full presence can be incredibly powerful. Even small tasks, like brushing your teeth or tidying your workspace, can be opportunities to practice mindfulness and improve concentration. By applying this principle to your workday, you'll find that you're not only more productive, but also less stressed, then more in control of your time. 6. Master yourself. Before trying to control external events, one of Stoicism's most profound lessons is that, before attempting to control external events, we must first learn to control ourselves. Self-mastery is the foundation of success, yet it's often the most difficult thing to achieve. The Stoics recognize that life is unpredictable and full of events beyond our control. However, they also understood that we have complete control over how we respond to these events. Whether it's a crisis at work, a difficult boss, or an unexpected setback, your ability to remain calm and composed depends on your inner state. To become a Stoic in the workplace, you must cultivate emotional resilience. This means controlling your reactions and choosing how you engage with the world, rather than reacting impulsively or being driven by external circumstances. The more you practice self-discipline, the more effective you'll become at handling stressful situations without losing your composure. 7. Overcoming the ego. Focus on the work, not the reward. Another key element of Stoicism is learning to manage your ego. The ego often drives us to seek validation and approval from others, whether through a higher salary, a promotion, or public recognition. However, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the work itself, rather than the rewards it might bring. The ego can be dangerous in the workplace. It can lead us to overvalue external rewards and undervalue the process of self-improvement. As Epictetus reminds us, the true Stoic doesn't do things for praise or recognition. Instead, they do what is necessary, regardless of whether it's noticed or appreciated. When you're able to let go of your attachment to outcomes, you'll find greater peace and satisfaction in your work. Instead of worrying about whether your efforts will be recognized or rewarded, focus on doing your best job. This mindset will make you a more effective worker and free you from the stress and anxiety that come from constantly seeking approval. 8. Facing workplace injustice with Stoic preparedness. Every day when you step into the office, be prepared to encounter all sorts of people: the arrogant, the ignorant, the lazy, and the ungrateful. It's almost inevitable that you'll be treated unfairly by a colleague, a boss, or a client at some point. Stoicism teaches us to anticipate these challenges and to accept them as part of life. Most people, the Stoics, are operating on autopilot. They're driven by their ego, desires, and personal struggles. Often their behavior has little to do with you, and everything to do with what's going on in their own lives. When you encounter injustice or mistreatment at work, the Stoic response is not to react with anger or resentment, but with understanding and compassion. Remember that many people you work with are likely struggling in their ways, even if they don't show it. By recognizing this, you can approach workplace conflicts with a calm, rational perspective rather than being pulled into the drama. 9. Continuously improve yourself. Work as a path to personal growth. According to the Stoics, work isn't just a means to earn money, or achieve career success. It's also a tool for personal growth. No matter how mundane every task you perform, allows you to practice and refine your character. This is one of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism. By viewing your work as a path to self-improvement, you can transform even the most routine tasks into opportunities for growth. For example, you can practice patience when dealing with a difficult client, or demonstrate leadership in a challenging meeting. Maintaining your composure in the face of tight deadlines or high-pressure projects as a way to cultivate inner strength. Stoicism reminds us that the ultimate goal is professional success and personal wisdom. This wisdom can only be achieved through continuous self-reflection and improvement. By consistently applying Stoic principles to your work life, you'll not only become a better worker, but also a better person. 10. Don't take everything personally. Reframe challenges. Not every day at work is going to go smoothly. Sometimes a colleague frustrates you, a client is rude, or a project doesn't go as planned. It's easy to take things personally and dwell on the negativity in these moments. But the Stoics offer a different perspective. When faced with adversity, take a step back and ask yourself, is this pain real, or only because I'm thinking of it as painful? More often than not, the distress we experience is a product of our own mind. We tend to overthink and exaggerate situations, making them seem far worse than they are. The next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, take a Stoic approach. Step back, observe your thoughts, and ask whether the suffering you're experiencing is truly as bad as you think. Often, it's not the event itself that's causing your pain, but your interpretation of it. 11. Finding your path in life. When we're young, we're often encouraged to follow a predefined career path. Go to university, get a degree in a hot industry. Find a job at a reputable company. Work hard and you'll eventually be rewarded. While this may be a safe choice, it's not always the most fulfilling one. As we grow older, many of us realize that the traditional path isn't for everyone. Many people thrive in more unconventional careers, pursuing their passions in baking, farming, hairstyling, tattoo artistry, or running small businesses. However, stepping off the beaten path can be intimidating and often means going against societal expectations. If you've ever felt a pull towards something different, Stoicism can help you navigate this uncertainty. The Stoic approach is to carefully consider your choices, ask the right questions, and make a plan. What skills do you need to develop? How much investment is required? Who can you learn from? These questions will guide you as you explore new opportunities and discover your path. 12. Embrace amor fati. Loving your fate. Finally, one of the most profound Stoic concepts is amor fati, the love of one's fate. This principle encourages us to embrace whatever happens in life, whether good or bad, as necessary and valuable. We achieve a deeper sense of peace by accepting the world as it is without resisting reality or wishing for things to be different. In the workplace, this means doing your best while accepting that not everything will go your way. You may not always get what you want, even if you follow all the Stoic principles. But by practicing amor fati, you can find freedom in letting go of the outcome and trusting that whatever happens is part of the greater plan. This doesn't mean you stop striving for excellence. On the contrary, you should work diligently and with purpose, but without becoming attached to the results. As the Stoics remind us, The key to freedom is to labor with all your might, without becoming fixated on the fruits of your labor. Conclusion: Stoicism. As a lifelong practice, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of modern life, especially in the workplace. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, to remain calm in the face of adversity, and to approach our work with purpose and integrity. Ultimately, the goal of Stoicism is not just professional success, but personal wisdom and inner peace. By integrating Stoic principles into your daily life, you can cultivate a mindset that helps you thrive. Whether you're dealing with difficult colleagues, overwhelming workloads, or the uncertainties of the modern world, Stoicism provides timeless tools to help you stay grounded, focused, and resilient. And remember, Stoicism is not something you master overnight. It's a lifelong journey, one that requires continuous practice and reflection. But with each step you take, you'll move closer to the wisdom and tranquility that the Stoics believed was the highest goal of human existence. In the end, the effort will be worth it. By practicing Stoicism in your work and life, you'll become more effective and productive, and find a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment in everything you do.